As long as I got you, baby.
Hi guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I wanted to do a little bit of an Easter baking video. I've got this sort of idea of making vegan chocolate cupcakes with pink icing and like marshmallow for bunny ears. The recipe I'm going to be following is this one from Waitrose. I'm going to do half the recipe because it makes quite a lot of cupcakes, because this says to use muffin cases and I have like smaller cases. So yeah, this is the best chocolate cupcake recipe that I've ever tried. They're really moist and chocolatey and they're just really, really lovely. So that's why I'm using this, even though I'm not a vegan myself. So I'm going to weigh out all the ingredients and then I'll show you how I'm making them. Just as a little bit of a disclaimer, I just want to apologise for my hairband. It's keeping my hair off my face at the moment. My hair is at that annoying length where it's just long and it's getting in my way, so just thought I'd apologise for that in advance. Okay, so in here is the cocoa powder, flour and baking powder. Just for reference, I use the Green and Black's cocoa powder. It's really, really dark and it gives the cakes a really like deep and rich flavour, which is perfect for chocolate cupcakes. And then you've got a tablespoon of chia seeds, which I'm going to have to grind in a minute, and I'll show you how I do that. And then in here, the recipe calls for dark brown sugar, but I only have light, and I find it works just as well. And you have to make sure you break it up. I sometimes sieve it as well, just so that most of the lumps go, because you don't want to have that in the cake mix. I forgot to mention that not all of the sugar will go through, but I just think it helps to A, mix all the ingredients together, and B, it also just sort of helps with the whole process of breaking down the sugar. And then next up, I'm going to grind the chia seeds. I don't have a pestle and mortar, so I just use the end of a rolling. It does take a long time to break down the chia seeds, but it's worth it because it thickens the mixture. And also I found that if I don't break the chia seeds down, then the cake has chia seeds in, and it's not a bad thing, but you don't really want that in a cupcake. This is what the chia seeds should look like. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but they're like a fine powder now. It took me a good 10 to 15 minutes, but it is really worth it in the end. I'm then adding coconut milk to this. It says you need to make almost a bit like a chia egg as a replacement, because this is vegan. I just do about just under half of the milk, and you have to leave it for a couple of minutes just to thicken up slightly. So about that, and then just give it a bit of a mix, and then leave it to the side. I'm going to be completely honest, these cakes aren't completely vegan. That's just because I'm going to be using stork, which is definitely not vegan. It's vegetarian, but we have it in the fridge and I needed to use that up, but you can just substitute this for a vegan spread of your choice, and it'll be the same with the butter icing that goes on the top. But anyway, what you then need to do is melt the butter in the microwave. Ignore the fact this has got cocoa powder in it, but do you see what I mean by it's gone thicker? That's going to act like the egg and combine all the ingredients. And now all that's left is to simply combine all the ingredients. Chia seeds, the consistency of the cakes or the batter is very different to normal cupcakes. They're quite gloopy, but they go fine in the oven. So as you can see, half of this recipe makes 11 cakes, just because my cases they're quite small. But if you have bigger ones, obviously probably make the whole recipe, but my family just won't eat that many cupcakes in one go. So I'm going to put these in the oven for about 15 minutes, check on them, and then put them back in if they need longer. The best bit, licking the bowl. The worst bit is washing up.
Set Andrew, they take over and over on an instant. I hope that what we've done here will be enough to stop it. It'll never happen again, but I need to know and accept it reality.
Excuse the way I look, but I forgot to finish this video. I'm really disappointed that marshmallows didn't work. Thought they were going to be that funny, and they just weren't. So I think they still look pretty, and I tried to make the pictures look Eastery. But if you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. Have a lovely Easter. Bye guys.
As long as I got you.